What's up, Jeff?
Hello.
All right, guys. So I have Jeff on my podcast for today. He's a good friend of mine. So, Jeff, introduce yourself to the listeners.
Hello, my name is Jeff Garcia. I have a photo booth business, Zero Habit Studio, and I just started a print shop, Phoenix Print Design, located in Asuza, California.
Awesome. How long have you been doing the photo booth?
I've been doing the photo booth a little bit right before the pandemic, so about almost 3 years now.
Right, and then with the print shop, I mean, you've been doing this for a long time. I mean, you have your own, T-shirt business as well, right?
Yes, I've been making T-shirts since my senior year in high school, and I fell in love, and I just continue that journey up until now, where we are starting our own print shop.
Nice. For those that don't know us, again, my name is Mikey. I am a wedding photographer based out of California. And then I met Jeff through actually my old day job. And now we're kind of doing our own thing now, what we love. But I've known Jeff for many years now. So we connected back then, and he's kind of known for like T-shirt design. So if you need T-shirts, again, all the links I'll be posting on the description of this podcast if you guys want to check them out. But let's talk about how you got into, because it's a pretty interesting story, I think, for people to kind of like understand. So how did you get into T-shirts itself, like the business of T-shirts?
Well, it started with taking a class in high school and following that dream, going into college, learning some graphic design, taking some classes, getting a little lost in between my dream, trying to make money and pay the bills. But I always found my way back to silk screening, to graphic design. And when I was 25, I was a little bored with engineering and aerospace, which is paying the bills. But I took a part-time job making shirts at the mall. And that's how my love came back for graphic design, for making T-shirts. I started Zero Habit and making my own brand and finding lots of profit and making other people's brands as well. It just became bigger than what I expected. We were printing shirts, stickers, decals, sweaters, hats, almost anything apparel-wise, and that branched out into cups and banners and posters and business cards. When you get that itch and you're doing one print job, it just evolves into everything, and it's hard to take it all in at once. It's definitely a process, but you live and you learn, you have trial and error, and you grow from that.
Did you learn most of printing on T-shirts from like that business owner in the mall, or did you kind of evolve as?
That was actually a lot of heat transfer and DTF, which is direct to film. Mm-hmm. I had learned a lot of my silk screening skills from back in high school, and never really forgot them. Silk screening really doesn't change too much.
Right. So for some people that don't understand that, can you kind of explain the process? Because I know some people, because I've done it when I was in high school. I used to print the designs on Photoshop, and then I would actually iron it on my T-shirt. Yeah. So what's the difference between that and like a DTG machine?
Well, silkscreen is a process where you are printing every color layer by layer. So you have a base, which is usually white. And then if the color is red, then you would put the red over the white, and that allows that red to show. It becomes more bright, more vibrant. You're going to get the colors that you want. When it comes to a DTG machine, it's basically a big oven that prints out your image in less than 2 minutes. It's super fast, super quick. It's like spray painting a car right away.
Ah, okay. So how fast can you do a T-shirt? In seconds or?
Probably 2 minutes.
Wow.
Pretty fast. Any shirt, any design, any color.
Any color, because usually with silk screen, it's like a multiple layer process, right?
Yeah, multiple layer. You're going to need multiple inks. It's very time consuming. The shirts come out great. The picture quality is good. It's probably going to last the longest out of everything, whether it's silk screening, DTG, DTF, heat transfer. Silk screen is the way to go. It is a longer process. And if you have the money and you're limited on time, DTG is a good option.
Is it more consistent than like most machines?
The DTG is very consistent. And when it comes to silk screening, you're as good as your craft. You can make a little bit of mistakes. You want to make sure that you are printing and you have your marks, your registration marks. So you do have to be careful more with silk screening, but most of the time, yeah, you're going to be safe and it's going to look good.
Nice. So, I mean, especially if you're trying to do like 500 shirts, right? That's probably the machine to go with, right?
You want to do silk screening if you're doing like 500 shirts.
Oh, really?
If you're doing short orders, you want to go with DTG.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So you guys have a DTG here now, right?
Yes, we do at the shop. We have a DTG machine. We love it. It's super fast. We're able to complete our orders sometimes the same day.
Wow. Awesome. Does that also are you able to print on any type of material or just?
When the DTG, it is limited. There is a bit of a downside. We can only print on cotton, polyester, and some tri-blend shirts.
Oh, because I know some T-shirts, they're like synthetic, right? So different blends of synthetic.
Dry fit, that would all be a silk screen job.
Oh, okay. Got it. So it depends on the material too.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
But most people are going to wear cotton or polyester. When it comes to dry fit, that will be a silk screen job for sure, though.
Got it. Well, tell us about Phoenix Print and Design, because you guys are brand new here in Asuza, and what kind of prints are you guys doing right now, and what services do you guys offer?
Yeah, we've been open for about a month now. Not only are we making T-shirts with our DTG machine, we are doing embroidery for hats, polos, sweaters, jackets. We are making banners, posters, business cards. We started doing QR codes on plastics or glass. We have so many machines, so many different materials. We could print canvases. We could print money. But we have an amazing graphic designer.
Yep.
And anything you can think of, he could put it on that computer and we can print it. Anything when it comes to apparel or plastics or glass, we also have a laser machine. We have an engraver. We are trying to be that one print shop that does it all. Little by little, we are getting there. We're trying to grow. And I know all in time, success it's not a race, it's a marathon.
Right. And just disclaimer, I've been getting most of my prints recently from Jeff, from his company here, and they've been amazing, especially when you have a graphic designer on the team. I mean, you can make adjustments on the fly. They probably hate me right now because I've been going back and forth with my designs, but I mean, that's the way it is. I'd rather work with someone that gives me, the ability to change things on the fly if I need to, instead of I mean, there's competition online, right? But it's not as interactive, I think, when you have someone that you can talk to over the phone, and I mean, they're local here. So with Phoenix Print and Design, having that person as a graphic designer, what's your biggest advantage, I think, with other print shops? Because in my opinion, if you don't have someone that can design things, you're kind of limited, right?
Yeah. His name is Paul, and he was my first hire. I knew if I was going to have a successful print company, I needed that all-in-one graphic designer. I know a little, he knows a lot. I would say almost everything. He could copy and paste, he could trace, he could make it anything from scratch. He's so knowledgeable when it comes to Adobe. He's so knowledgeable when it comes to these machines, and he's very personable. So it's easy for our customers to talk to him. You get your point across, and he will put it on pen and paper, and we will print it. Having Paul is a huge asset to the company. Any print company needs a 100% knowledgeable graphic designer to succeed, in my opinion.
Right, right, absolutely. And then, of course, a huge shout out to George, who's another big part of your team. And I mean, I've been printing a ton of canvas from you guys, and it's been amazing. So, what is George's responsibility?
George is hands-on. He works on almost all the machines. So once we are able to, I communicate with the customer. I do a lot of the background stuff, and Paul puts everything on pen and paper, and whether it's digitizing or getting the files ready, George is the next in line to start printing, whether he's printing the shirts, printing the banners, cutting material, picking things up. He's really like our all-in-one employee. He kind of does it all. He even knows a little bit of graphic design.
Nice.
And if he has to, he's there to back me up when it comes to customer service. He really is, we are a little tripod. He's that third piece. He really helps us and comes through. And he is mostly the person that's actually printing.
Right, right. Awesome. I know personally that you've worked with other print shops. So like, what would you think, like, would you want to change? Because I know this is brand new, working with a brand new owner. What's something that you really want to change from the industry coming from like other print shops? Like what's one thing that you really want to make a change into the print shop industry?
As you know, printing is my life. I love it. Talking about it, whether it's now or anytime, it always puts a smile to my face. I grew up in Asuza, so I'm very happy to be working in Asuza. I'm very happy to be giving back to the community. I'm very close to Citrus College, APU University. I want to give back to the community. I want them to be able to come in, visit, talk to us, hang out, get their things printed, and it's like a little family community print shop where you're not behind this paywall. We're not just an internet service. We're not, those bigger companies like Vistaprint and Shutterfly. Like we could print your pictures. You could talk to us. You could see the process. We're not trying to hide anything. We're not trying to lie or fake or outsource. We do everything in-house. It's all done by hand. We're very quick. Our turnaround time is within a week. You could pay, you could sell. Like we have thought of a lot of things to make it more personal for the customer, for us to give them an experience. Right now, the studio is a bit of flux because we are getting new machines. We are moving things around. But once we have a better stable base on where things will be laid out, we want to have a little area where you could come, have your drink while you're waiting, or a pastry, and sit down with us, watch a little TV. It's a great view. We're on the second floor. We just want to show you that, we love printing. You could hang out with us. You could talk to us. This is growing. I'm not sure exactly where it will go, but I have big hopes and big dreams that it will be successful.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that idea actually of having people like just having a safe space for people, especially if you're right next to like multiple universities here and, schools. They can come and maybe wait for their print, especially if it's like a same day print. Because I don't know if you've ever been to like barbershops where they actually have video games like set up. And I was like, that's super cool. Like, people that's waiting, it makes it a fun environment for them, right? Or,
Definitely.
Provide them maybe some Wi-Fi so they can do their homework here, right?
Definitely, yes.
Would be super cool. But yeah, so you guys have only been, it's been about a month right now?
It's been about a month. We're very new. We're getting a little bit of work, a little bit of orders, but it's definitely growing every day. I literally have two phones. Even during this podcast, they're both going off. So that's good. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to that. A lot of people are sending their thanks and congratulations. And I'm just very happy and grateful to be here right now. I have a huge support from my friends and family. I'm very grateful and thankful for this opportunity. I'm here to stay. This is what I love doing. There's nothing better.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I've known Jeff for a while, so I could see the passion that he puts into his work. Just like myself, like I love photography, so I feel the same way when it comes to like something that I enjoy doing. Right? It doesn't feel like it's work, especially when there's new things, like new challenges. Like I love that. So let me ask you about your website. Is the website up yet? Or?
The website is not up yet. It's actually being work in progress right now. We're hoping to have it up in December. We're also hoping to have our grand opening in December, but because of the short timeline, how things take a while, our grand opening probably won't be until January.
Right.
But we are open right now to the public. You can call us or email us, and you can get a hold of us for orders. We just really want to get it right when we have our grand opening, and so we're just making sure we take our time.
Nice. And in terms of like that grand opening, I know it's still kind of in the works, but you kind of told me some idea of what's gonna be part of that. I think it's super cool. Like,
yeah,
right. So kind of tell us about what your vision is for that grand opening.
So in the building that we're currently in, downstairs is vacated space. It's very good size, and we want to have a little bit of an art show to show off all our printing abilities. We want to be able to display our canvases, our posters, our banners, our business cards, our t-shirts, and have it like a little mini LACMA situation where people could just come and have a drink or some food, have some music going on. And I also wanted to help and display other people's artwork that we would be printing for them. So it's a little bit of give and take. We're helping the community, these other small artists, whether they're painters, photographers, they work in apparel. We want to give them a little wall where they could display their art, give out their business card, and it's all sponsored by Phoenix Print Design.
That's awesome. Again, as a photographer, I highly recommend you guys print your work just because it's like it. I mean, having it on social media is cool, but actually having it like printed on canvas, because I've had, I think, a couple of big prints now, right? I have the 20, was it 20 by 40?
20 by 40.
20 by 40, which is pretty big. I was actually trying to go bigger, but that probably like,
we don't want to have to crop too much out.
Exactly. But I mean, if you guys are looking to print canvases as photographers, check them out. Like they have amazing work. They give you also feedback, right? If it's not going to fit, I mean, like I've printed stuff on other websites, and sometimes it's like, okay, it's just the customer service aspect. I think is really important for me, to come in and actually talk to people about how they actually print the canvas too. Is super important. So if you guys want something that's local, that's here in Asuza, I mean, it's the work so far that they've given me is amazing. So.
And everything that we print, we send a proof out first. So we're not going to print until it's approved by the customer. They get to see it. I know it is like a digital file of what they're looking at, but it's a best representation before it goes to print, so they know exactly what they're getting. Right,
absolutely. I think that's important, because if you just print it without their
it could come out wrong. It could be bad. You don't want it to be miscolored or missized, or we want to make sure we get it right when it comes to any print, whether it's a photo or a business card. We send out proofs for approval before we go to any sort of printing.
Awesome. And then let's talk about the stickers, because I think stickers are super cool. I've seen you guys do some amazing work, and I'll probably overlay it on this YouTube of some of their stickers that they've printed. But yeah, so like what kind of business have you guys done so far with stickers?
We've done a couple shout outs to the Sweet Life. She has a Michelada mix. We've done City Stage. They're they bike all around LA and all over the US, and small gatherings or big gatherings. We've done stickers for car detail shops. We've done stickers for other small businesses and big. I mean, everybody needs stickers. Everybody loves them, whether it's to give out for free, whether it's to advertise. Some people put it on their cups and then they sell them. Some people give them out as freebies when they're selling their merchandise. Stickers is a cheap way to advertise and get your name out there. I highly recommend everyone get stickers if you have a small business. That little bit that you might spend on just advertising, you really don't know how much of a long way it goes.
Awesome. Let's talk about that one machine that you guys have there. It's got the mic.
The Muda?
The Muda, yeah. So
this Muda is awesome. Yeah, this machine, it could print on almost anything: wood, glass, plastic. It could do like actual photography prints. It could do graphic design. It could do these big and small layers. It could do like a shiny or glossy, a matte finish. this machine, it just came out recently. It's so new, it's difficult for me to find ink for it.
Right.
I actually had a call to get ink for it, but this machine has so many capabilities of printing on not apparel, but more like materials.
Right.
And I'm really excited to show off that machine and to show its true potential to our customers, because if you bring us almost any flat surface, it could print on it, almost like a 3D printer.
Yeah, like I know you guys printed a couple like
Plaques. Yeah,
right?
it's the QR codes.
Yeah, QR
we use
codes.
Asuza for that. Yeah, those are very popular, especially with small pop-ups or shops, or maybe even bigger stores that just need their QR code on a plaque, and it's not just a printed piece of paper. This is a hard plastic or glass that you can display on the front of your shop, posted on your storefront window. Like, everybody, they want their items now. They want to pay on the go. QR codes are the way to go.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Like, especially if you guys are a vendor, like, for example, like bartenders or, like anything that's dealing with, like, I think desserts. Or,
Definitely.
In the wedding industry, I've seen a ton of like, bartenders have like the QR codes, right? Because a lot of people don't carry cash anymore.
Yeah.
So, people want to pay either through Venmo or Cash App. So you can just put your QR code on there and people just scan it, and there you go. Makes it so simple.
Yeah, very, very popular right now. We're definitely selling a lot of those. Like to continue that. I think it's definitely the way of the future when it comes to people paying, especially when you just pop out your phone and it's done.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, I had one made for myself from Jeff. And so what I'm doing, actually, I have an expo coming up in a couple of weeks, or actually this Sunday, actually. So here's a tip for a lot of the vendors out there, especially if you're a wedding photographer or filmmaker. The QR code I made is actually going to link straight to my website, but not just to my website. It's going to link to my contact form. So if someone is interested in booking you, they just scan that QR code and go straight to the contact form, so they can just fill out the contact information right there.
Exactly.
Right?
It doesn't have to be a QR code where you have to pay for something. It could be a QR code to your website, to your Instagram, to any social media, whether you're big or small on YouTube or your TikTok. So if you have a QR code and you want it printed on a plaque, we can do that easily.
Right.
And that's very exciting, because it's more than just a paywall. It's a way to expand and advertise. So we're really excited to share that with the public, and hopefully they take advantage of that, because simplicity is key.
Right. And then also you can customize the plaque, right? Because I know the ones I've seen, you put their logo on there.
Yeah, we can customize the colors. The QR code has to be accurate, but everything around it could be custom, whether we're putting a Twitter handle, your website underneath. We could add colors. We could take away colors.
Right.
It's all custom. The whole print shop is custom. There's really nothing that we can't do.
Awesome. And I know you guys printed banners. I mean,
yes, all in-house, everything.
All in-house,
yeah,
right?
we do it all. We're a small studio shop, but we make space. Every machine and table is on wheels. So if we need the space, we move it.
You guys do hats too now, right?
We do hats with embroidery. Yeah. We just got that recently. Training was intense. I know a lot of printing. I don't know everything.
Right.
So it's definitely a trial and error, a little bit of a learning curve. And as we practice on our own, as we get these orders, we're getting better every time. And we're not going to sell someone or give something that looks terrible. We want it to look good. We want to be professional. We want to show off our skills and capabilities. And when you look good as a customer, we look good as a shop.
Right. Absolutely. And again, this goes to my point again, because I have a bridal expo coming up this Sunday. One of the biggest things I find is people don't print enough material to hand out during a bridal show. Then they think like, oh, I have enough. And usually you'll probably need double the amount of you think you'll have, because with bridal shows, right, you'll have friends and family that come along with them, and they'll actually want to actually grab some material. So like one of the things I did, I created a rack card. Yes. So I gave that to Jeff. It's basically a 2-sided piece of paper, and it's pretty simple. It just has my like logo in the front, some pictures, and then on the back side it has kind of like my price range. But that's kind of cool too, you know, having that as a promo material. So they can even do that. They do business cards. I mean,
we're actually doing a couple of things for weddings as we speak. I'm working on some save the date magnets and some dinner menus. So it's very random, you know, like I've never made dinner menus before, but we can do it. It's okay. It's all good. You know, a customer had asked me if we could print out napkins. Never done it before, but yeah, we can do it. Technically, we'll print out napkins. So the capabilities and the requests, I come to work and I really don't know what I'm going to do that day.
Right.
I mean, I have an idea from the previous day, like, oh, I got to finish this, or this is what to do. And then someone walks in or you get a phone call and it's just, okay, well, we're going to print this or we're going to make that. Or like, it's exciting. You know, I really do get to wake up every day and be like, what am I going to do today? Am I going to do nothing? Am I going to do a lot? You know, and what's going to happen? And so that's exciting about, you know, being fresh and being new. I don't think I could say that forever, because as we grow, as we get bigger, it's just going to be like, oh man, we got to do this. We got to do that. We got to hire. We're going to have to hire more people and grow. But right now I kind of do get to enjoy this moment of being small and growing and having that time to myself and having that time for my little, you know, team for us to like socialize and grow and get stronger together as a team, not individually. Like we're all learning, we're all growing, we're all trying to make this better, we're all contributing. And so once things do pick up, I am looking forward to hire my next employee and the next.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's awesome too, because I remember when I first started wedding photography, it was just like overwhelming a little bit, but it was cool because I was always learning something new. I mean, even today I'm still learning, but then that's just part of the game, is to always continue to evolve and, you know, like kind of improve your work as each, you know, photo shoot you do or each wedding you photograph. But yeah, and when it comes to printing, it's like super cool because like there's so much like variety too. Like if you look at events specifically, I mean, quinceañeras, you have birthday parties, weddings,
bachelor parties,
corporate events. I mean,
the baby showers, the baby reviews, the baby this, the baby that. It's a baby. We're going to celebrate. You know, we're going to have alcohol. We're going to celebrate. There's so much going on. I work with a lot of photographers, and whether they specialize in weddings or portraits, car shows, food, you know, there's just so many different type of photographers. They all offer something different. They all have an eye. They all see something with their own lens, and we're able to contribute and give them what they want on a canvas or a plastic or a glass, like, or a wood. I mean, we could print anybody's photos on almost anything. It's amazing. And I printed a car canvas, and he's like, the customer said, this is the first time I've ever had anything printed. Oh, wow. He had never printed anything. Yeah. This was his first print, and he was so happy. He started crying. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't start crying, but he was very happy. He was just like, this is so great. Like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to print my photos. I don't know why I didn't think of this. Like, it's really crazy to think that a lot of photographers actually don't print. Yeah,
it's really odd to me because, like, I mean, with photography, it started with film, right? I think because, like, you know, like Costco doesn't offer print anymore. Like they don't have that like section, and everything's kind of gone online now. Yeah. And with social media, everyone just wants to share the digital images. But like I was saying, it's different when you have like a canvas or like even just like a 4x6 or 5x7 of like a photo of your family in an album. I mean, it's like so different, you know?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like printing will never get old. Yeah. And photos specifically, in my opinion, and maybe in some other photographers, it's going to mean more when it's physically in your hands and not just on a computer screen. Right. To see and hold that photo, whether it's a canvas or a picture, like a 4x6, or it's in a frame, like just anything in general, I believe it's going to mean more. Obviously, depends on the customer, but I feel like not everyone, most people will want to hold and touch and physically see their album or their prints, their posters, their banners. Like,
Yeah.
not everything has to be digitally filmed.
Absolutely. And one of the things that since I've done wedding photography for over 6 years now, is like almost every wedding, they will print like their family photos or their grandparents, because it shows off their legacy. So like, and they'll have like a table dedicated just for like, mementos in their book. So highly recommend you guys print your stuff, because it does make it a difference when you have family come over and they see that, or even just like a canvas, because now a canvas is more of like artwork.
Definitely.
Right. You could hang it on the wall above your couch or whatever. And that's so awesome.
They're small, they're easy to put up, put down, move. And I do a little bit of photography with my photo booth, and I have events almost every other weekend, and I love that. That's like the side hustle. Zero Habit Studio, hit me up. But when I do my events, they ask me if I print the pictures, and I said, yeah. And I really am surprised they asked me, like, of course I print your pictures.
Right.
And I will do the digital copies. I'll email them the next day or the day after. But yeah, I want that customer to have their 3 pictures that they just took on the photo booth, and right away they're happy, they're excited, they're grabbing the picture, they're almost ripping it because they want to share. Like they're so enthusiastic to see their photos, and whether they're putting it on their fridge or putting it in a binder or putting it up at work. And I get to see that stuff later.
Yeah.
And they take pictures and they post on social media. They have their actual physical printouts here and there. And that's a cool moment, because I was able to be a part of that. I was able to help them share that with everyone else. And, they take pictures of the picture and they post that. Like, that's okay. Like, because they have something physical, and the excitement I get to see at events when I do the photo booth,
right.
It's just as fun as printing in the shop. It's a different kind of excitement, but it's very fulfilling.
That's awesome. And over here at Phoenix Print and Design, you've done a few like canvases with family photos on there, right?
Definitely. All our canvases so far have been very different, whether it's cars, food, family portraits, selfies, wedding portraits. Like, we've done a lot of different photos. It's very unique to see what people want printed. Ain't no complaints here. It's awesome.
No discrimination over here.
No, I love it all. We're printing lots of different types of photos, and Halloween just recently passed, so that was a lot of fun printing some things for some customers. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Very busy time of the year. Things are picking up a little bit. Thank God. We love it. I'm so interested, and really can't wait to see what new customer will walk in, what they're going to want. Like I said, I wake up every day and like, what's going to happen?
Right.
I'm scared.
But it seems like you guys have all the machines, so you can pretty much do anything, right? I mean, it's endless possibilities for you guys.
Right now, it is endless possibilities. It's really cool to not say no to a customer. We get a lot of, can you do this? It's like, yeah, technically we can. We haven't yet, but we will, or we'll figure it out. It's they just ask, and we're like, oh, well, we'll figure it out. Like, well, we could do this, like, because we have the machines, we have the capabilities, we have it. We just have to order material or paper and things like that. And luckily, I have all these accounts. I have all these suppliers that are helping us, and everyone's super friendly. It's been an easy transition to just set up everything that I need to, so we could focus on getting the materials and apparel that we need to finish the project for our customers and get them done right away.
Awesome. Well, let me ask you this interesting question. Have you had anybody with like a super weird request? Like, you don't have to mention their names or business. What's like the oddest thing you had to print?
Ooh.
Or like maybe the idea of that you didn't do, or something like that.
Try to keep it family friendly. No, it's not.
Or like maybe try to, or maybe it was a challenge, right? Or something like they were trying to print on some material that you couldn't do.
We have our little challenges with the DTG machine. It's specifically for like cotton and polyester, and we did try to print on this really cheap plasticky Amazon bag that we bought off Amazon. It was just like a really cheap material, and we put it through our DTG machine just to see what happened. And as the bag came out printed, the ink was bleeding off. It was all over the place. It was so bad because of the material.
Like a tote bag or something?
Yeah, it was just dripping all over the place. Like, oh man, we can't do this. And it was a trial and error thing. We just wanted to see. We already knew that we could only print on but we kind of wanted to test it. We want to test these machines, see what we can and can't do by hand.
Yeah.
And that was a huge fail. Like, we can't do that. That's more of a silk screen job, but we want to see all the capabilities of our machine. So that was fun. That was very interesting to see just ink fall off that bag.
Well, that's cool though. I've seen a lot of like when people do giveaways, you know, they'll do like custom tote bags, right?
Yeah. And we can do them, but they just have to be Kona polyester.
Oh, gotcha.
Or we'll have to do a silk screen job if we're going to do it on those cheapy bags.
That makes so much sense. But yeah, well, I think we'll wrap it up right here.
Sounds good.
Let's give your company another plug. So on Instagram, what's the actual handle for Instagram?
Phoenix Print Design.
There's no underscore, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
All together.
Perfect.
We're located in Asuza.
And so for right now, you could take orders from Instagram. They just contact you.
Orders from Instagram. I have my email, my work cell phone. The website we're hoping to be up by December or January, and that will have a lot of our pictures and our machines and our team photos, just everything that we could share with the community so you can be comfortable with us and place your orders online. But as for right now, yes, you could reach out to me on Instagram or my work cell phone or my email.
Awesome. All right, guys, that'll wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.